So what I'm learning so far is that the music in this game is really good. Hello, folks. Welcome on in. A bit of a different stream for you today. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. Because I've been doing a little bit of digging around. No pun intended. And this game has been on my radar, obviously, for a while because of its association with Minecraft. But I guess recently, this got released on Steam. So today, we are playing Dwarf Fortress as just kind of a one-off. I kind of want to spend 2023 playing a few other games occasionally. I'm going to turn this down just a touch more, I think. Maybe just turn the music down to about 40%. Keep this at 40 as well. Keep the rest of this stuff fairly high. Let me know if the sound bounce is kind of off, if the music needs turning down a little bit more. It's probably got like ups and downs in terms of volume. I can probably boost myself up a little bit as well. So hopefully that's going to be okay. I got some people to thank because we already have a hype train rolling. Thank you so much. Matt Sims for the 13 months. Tyler Plays Up, thank you for the 29 months. The Dude 1469 with 5 gifted subs. El Basker with the 9 months. Paulio Ever, thank you so much for the Prime sub, a brand new sub to the channel. Enjoy your emotes and your sub badge. Welcome to the Pixels. Dan Grice, thank you for the 20 bucks. Useless Rogue with the 16 months. Shadow Falling with the 21. Vanessa with the 7 months. And Scotsman with the 5 months. Thank you all very much. Hope you're all having a wonderful start to the new year. Happy 2023. But yeah, as I was saying, I kind of want to spend some of this year playing other games here and there. Obviously, at some point, we're going to be returning to Final Fantasy for Tinker's resub, hitting 5 years. It sure is. DJ Bams, thanks so much for the Prime sub. So yeah, I figured we would check this out. It's something that, like, the right cross-section of stuff happened for me to take an interest in this. Like, a couple of different people mentioned it in different places, and it was like the stars aligned for me to want to give this game a go. I've also been playing a lot more Pokemon over the holidays. Haven't been playing as much Minecraft, and obviously the Hermitcraft and Empires collab has wrapped up now. So it feels like we have a bit of a pause in Minecraft before we go back to it. And next Tuesday, this Tuesday coming, which will be the 3rd of January, I'm going to be back in Empires or Survival Guide potentially, just doing a Chopping Tuesday, just getting my feet back under me and seeing where we can go from there. So yeah, I guess we'll get into this game. Maybe I should turn the music down even more. Much as I hate to do it, because the music is very cool, it is getting a little loud in places. We'll leave it at 25%. That will probably do. All right, and I'm going to go into full screen in this game. So I may not be able to click on stuff in the stream layout unless I pop it out. And if I go into windowed mode, then like the window disappears for a second and then comes back like that. So we're gonna play this in full screen and see how it goes. Zakris, thank you for gifting those 5 subs. I saw in the Spawn Junks Discord that you were interested in this game and you were just going to check it out via the stream as well. I don't think I'm going to do very well. I've heard the game is kind of difficult, but we'll see how we do. Cali Salvo, thanks so much for the 11 months, and Lavender Mum with the 21. I really appreciate that. Happy New Year to you both. Right, we're going to create a new world. It says, welcome to Dwarf Fortress. Prepare to guide your stout charges to fortune in a world fraught with many perils. You'll begin by creating your world and watching the region's history unfold. Once this process is complete, you can prepare a group and send them out to seek wealth deep in the mountains. As you dig deeper and more citizens take up residence in your outpost, your doings will attract attention, both wanted and unwanted. Deal with challenges as they arise, and you might one day find that your humble settlement has grown to become a mountain home, the center of your civilization. Okay, so so this is a colony simulator, I guess, kind of similar to stuff like RimWorld. I think is probably the closest example that you might have seen recently. Just and Dive, thanks so much for the 11-month resub. Welcome back. I'm not going to mess too much with the default settings. I presume the default settings are there for a reason. There is also a detailed mode that you can click on, which has a lot more options and some quite fancy graphics. So people who have played Dwarf Fortress before, you may know that this was originally like an ASCII game. It had like a bunch of different like characters representing different things, but now they've given it like premium graphics for the Steam release. So it's actually looking kind of cool. But if you want to see what Dwarf Fortress used to look like, check it out on Steam, because there's a lot of like screenshots and stuff like that. Sorry to hear that, Sarah. Hope you feel better soon. I know Ginger is down with a cold as well. So we are going to create a world. And world creation seems to be kind of interesting in this one. It's just loading a bunch of files and stuff like that for now. And then once the world begins, from what I have seen, it starts doing this. We are in Zuza Ebno, the domain of tempests, and then it just generates a bunch of chronology for the world and events. So we are currently in the Age of Myth, and I'm going to pause there because events have started happening. In the early winter of the year 17, the Pangolin Devil, Sloopy Suckburied the Spurting Spittle of the Fiend of Hoods, created the position of Master of Beasts as a matter of course. In 37, the elf Lacey Curldroplet became the druid of the legendary Shark. Looking forward to finding out what that means. The Coalition of Dominion of the Beloved Kingdom founded Dented Web. The malign menace of the Fiend of Hoods founded Sound Dooms, the same Fiend of Hoods that has this Pangolin Devil character. The human Elos Cooked Glove assumed the identity Kashi the Bewildering. In 70, the Curses of Quieting of the Malicious Dungeons founded Plague Equal. And in 74, the Enjoyable Oil of the Frosty Inks founded Guy's Rags. So we're going to continue generating because it just keeps coming up with stuff like this that are events in the history of your world. So we just missed one of those. The Reclusive Menace of the Devil of Gangs founded Tundra Wicked. The elf Yare Bodorn became the druid of the Rhyming Thorn. In the early spring of 83, the Jade Nightmares, I think we have a few of those in chat, constructed Hell Cyclone. The dwarf Asmel Worked Rasped became the queen of the Tongs of Squeezing. The Terror of Sports, that's what I have. I have the Terror of Sports. Does anyone else have the Terror of Sports in chat? Of the Fly of Clinches founded Inch Terror. In the mid-spring of 90, the Bent Confederacies defeated the Bronze Stops and placed the human Senior Target Stoker in charge of Dykeworld. The new government was called the Councils of Morality. Sure. Oh, there's a dwarf mentioned there. There we go. We're on year 98, 99. Okay, so after it's generated 100 years on the default settings, this is our world. And you'll notice that what it's been doing is populating this map on the right-hand side with a ton of, land masses and artifacts and mountains and forests and that kind of thing. So I had to go at this very briefly. I just did the terrain generation stuff because I wanted to see what this looked like and check that it was gonna like come across okay on stream. So this is as far as I've seen. So let's finish our world's history. The dwarf Ineth Trotted Irons constructed Rough Red for the Order of Mining. In the early spring of 94, the rock Abusp Ramyels, the awe-inspiring hill, routed the League of Hounds of the Beloved Kingdom and destroyed Named Scuffle. The Fruity Band of the Bent Confederacies founded Earthen Torch. I like the Fruity Band. Can I join them? The elf Amiya Typhoon Jump became the druid of the legendary Shark, presumably after the previous druid had died or they got killed or something. And in 99, the Veiled Band of the Worthy Kingdoms founded Pines Cloisters. Okay. Now we hit play. So all of that has happened. That has been our world. Thank you for the hype train, folks, by the way. So we save the world, and we hit play now. And it's going to ask us to start a fortress, and I believe there's a tutorial mode that will guide us through the stages of that, because I honestly don't know where the best locations are for fortresses, but there are apparently a few places which are not good. So there's apparently an adventurer mode coming soon. I don't know what Legends is. We're going to click Fortress, because that seems to be the basic thing. Okay, quick start and short tutorial. Yes. Would you like your fortress located in a forested, mineral-rich region of this world where you can play through a short tutorial? Non-interactive help will be available, whatever you decide. I will start a tutorial because, again, never played this game before. So, it looks like it's putting us here. Yep, that makes sense. We're on that corner of a fortress. There were a lot of red squares around us, which is a concern. A dwarven outpost, you have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 of course there are 7 dwarves, is to make an outpost for the glory of all Nisgaklikot. This is going to be some interesting terminology to get used to. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labour comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plough, or hook. Provide for your dwarves. You're expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now, enough time to delve, secure lodgings, ere the jaguars get hungry. I like this already. A new chapter of Dwarven history begins here at this place. Uzo Lastesh, Oily Cudgel. Strike the earth. Okay. So camera controls. Your view is focused on one elevation at a time. To move the camera around, WASD, or hold the middle mouse button and drag the view. Okay, and it does that like snap to a grid, so it feels a little bit herky-jerky, but we will get there. To change the camera's elevation, press E and C, or roll the mouse wheel. Okay, so E and C. Okay, cool. So those are all trees. Wonderful. Interesting. So it's tile-based, yep. When your view is in the air above other tiles, you can see them below, but you can only interact with objects in your current elevation. The view will be dark underground until you begin mining. You can move the camera to the surface with the surface button highlighted. That one? Okay, great. Cool. And then deepest discovered area at this location is right underneath it. The F1 hotkey will recenter on your wagon. Okay, you can zoom in and out of the play area using square brackets, control and mouse wheel, or the indicated buttons. So scroll out using control and mouse wheel, adjust elevation with mouse wheel. Okay, so there's a lot of dirt below us, it looks like. Alright, it's time to get to work. Let's start by digging a stairwell into the ground. There may be plenty of hillside to dig into, but you'll want to seek wealth below the surface. Mining tasks are designated on the play area. Begin clicking the highlighted mining button. Okay. There are several ways to mine. Stairwells selected start at one elevation and are completed at the next. Click the surface, move the camera down one level, and click the underground. Alright, so we have stairwells. I guess we click the surface, we move the camera down one level, and then we click there again. Okay, now we'll unpause the game, let the miner finish the task, press space or unpause, or use the press space to unpause or use the highlighted controls at the top of the screen. Okay, so there's like a play and pause. You should pause regularly starting out. Unpause. Okay, go. Okay, so he's finished mining. Let's make a safe place to work. Select regular mining mode to the left of stair mining. Dig a rectangle underground big enough for a large stockpile and some workshops. Most workshops are 3x3 squares. Mining through the stone layers further down may take longer, but it leaves boulders which are an essential building material. Later you can consider a meeting area from the zones menu, otherwise your citizens will continue to gather by the wagon outside. So if we go down, we get regular mining mode and we dig out an area that's maybe like this large, I guess? Let's go for that for now. Okay, and it looks like, okay, the dwarves are down here mining stuff. And it doesn't take them that long to do. Okay. Cool. Oh, so you just need like 20 tiles worth, basically. Alright, I'm going to hit OK. The supplies on the wagon are in danger of being carried off by wild creatures. It's time to build a stockpile underground to unload them. Stockpiles are crucial. I'm going to pause it again. Stockpiles are crucial to moving supplies around your fortress where they are needed. Stockpiles are placed with the stockpile button highlighted. That one. Okay, cool. Start painting a new stockpile. Okay, so I guess I click here and we'll draw a 3x3 like that. Once the pile is placed, click accept. Where was that? Hang on. Let's try that again. Okay, accept up here, right. and select all. Okay, if unpaused, your workers should start unloading the wagon into the stockpile. Later, you want to customize your stockpiles by clicking on them, pressing the custom button to forbid certain categories like refuse. A separate refuse stockpile is a good idea to keep your fortress clean. If the stockpile menu is open, you can close it now by right-clicking. Right-clicking can also be used to close most menus as well as escape. Okay, so that's kind of what I did already. So if I hit play, then they should start to... Yeah, they're stockpiling stuff. Great. And there are some animals coming down here, it looks like. There we go. With the shelter ready underground, it's time to build. First, you need building materials like wood or boulders. Before you start chopping down trees, you may want to create a dedicated wood stockpile. Haulers will also drop wood in your all stockpile unless you turn it off in the custom stockpile menu. So if I click on this, I can basically tell them not to do wood here. Can I hide this? There we go. Okay, take wood out. Okay, and then we'll create a separate stockpile for wood. Okay, I go back, create a stockpile here. Let's create a separate 3x3 here. Accept that, and then have that just be wood. And it's got a little icon on there. It's very difficult to see at this resolution, but hopefully you folks can see a little bit of what's going on if you're watching the stream at like full resolution. If not, don't worry about it. I'm on it. I hope. So we need wood or boulders. We've created a dedicated wood stockpile. And then we can open the wood cutting menu. And we need to get a tree on the surface. Like this one, for example. Now we just need to wait for the woodcutter to chop down the tree. If the fallen logs are accessible, everyone will help to store them in the stockpile. You can right-click to close woodcutting mode. If all the stockpiles are full, go ahead and place another one. Right, okay, cool. So the woodcutter is currently there. How do I know what roles each of these people have? Because it looks like we've now stockpiled wood. That's good. Yeah, there's some wood in there. Now that you have the building materials, it's time to start building. Workshops are one of many buildings you can place with the highlighted build button. Click that now. Okay, workshops. And these are the other things that need to be a 3x3, I think. They said most workshops are a 3x3. So what we actually might want to do is quickly dig out an area alongside here. And have them do that. Okay, so that means that I can now create a workshop. Most workshops require building materials such as wood or boulders. We have some wood stockpiled. We'll be able to build a carpenter's workshop. Click workshops, carpenter. That one. And place the shop in an empty area on the surface or underground. I guess we'll do stuff underground for now. And yes, that is a 3x3. Okay, good. So we need pomegranate, wood, logs. Cool. When unpaused, the worker should now build the workshop. Click on the building to select it once it's done. Looks like that's happening. Good. Cool. So this reminds me kind of like an RTS, I suppose. Right. Your industrious citizens will perform any task added to the workshop. Most objects that are placed, like doors and furniture, must first be built in a workshop. Furniture created at the carpenter's workshop usually takes 1 wood to build, add a task, and make a bed. Unpause and wait for the bed to be completed. Okay. We have made a bed. Now that you have a bed, you can place it in the fortress. Use the build menu to place it in a new room underground. Dig a new room first if you like. Beds are found in the furniture category. Unlike workshops, beds must be placed underground. So if we want to, I guess we can start like a hallway here. Like this. And we'll build like bedrooms kind of off to the side, I guess. Like so. Maybe we can have 2 dwarves per room. Or something like that. I'm not sure what's, like, ideal here. How do I cancel that? Because I didn't want that one. Apparently I don't. Okay, I've just exited that. Hang on. There's a hotkey for that as well. I should probably start memorizing some of the hotkeys. Never mind. We'll just do an area like that. That room there is going to be slightly off. From what I gather, it's not a good idea to dig into these either. I think those are just lakes. So we'll have them dig out this area. Which seems to be happening fairly quickly. Okay. Beds are now in furniture. So we can put one of those in here. Beds must be placed underground. Waiting for construction. Okay, now we have a bed. We can place it in the fortress. Yes, we've done that. With the bed placed, your workers will have somewhere to sleep. Later, you can create a room with a door and use the zones menu to assign an official bedroom for each resident. So kind of what we were already doing. Great, okay. The rest of the interface is now enabled. Good. You can click on creatures and items just as you can click on buildings to get more information about them. Wow. Okay. 76 years old. This is Ral Swordflickers, who is in love with Carol Goldtongs. Disdains perseverance, high willpower. Curious, poor kinesthetic sense. Disdains loyalty. Okay. Not envious. No official position. At least they're healthy. Wow, they've got a lot of like items and stuff. Proficient miner, skilled appraiser. Will basically mine for you. I finished up some work. I'm very satisfied. Feels satisfied at work. She felt fondness talking with a friend. Neat. Okay. Cool. Right click to dismiss the information sheet. Great. Okay. Alerts. Important and sometimes urgent information is given as alerts on the left side of the screen. There has been one already. Ignore them at your peril. Okay, good. You can recenter on certain announcements. Right click to close. This is an example urgent alert. Okay. It says dismiss the large red alert. How? Right click on them. Okay, cool. Good. Okay. It's teaching you to dismiss them, which may be a concern later. You may need supplies before the coming of winter. To trade with the autumn caravan, you must build a trade depot from the build menu. You'll need something of value to trade. Crafts are an easy way to make a lot of trade goods quickly. Make the appropriate workshop with workshops crafts. So we need a craft workshop and a trade depot. An obvious material to use to make the crafts is rock. If you dig down enough layers, you'll find a near infinite amount of boulders of various kinds, as well as some rough gems. If you're lucky, gems can be cut at the jeweler's workshop, encrust them on crafts and other items to add even more value. Okay. There's a lot more to learn. As you enter new menus, there'll be information and tips. The help button at the top of the screen contains more guides. Click it now and this tutorial will be concluded. Deep breath. Okay, here we go. That's a lot of information. The game is open-ended. You can do whatever you choose. If you'd like a gold, try to become a barony and then a mountain home. More likely, your dwarves will starve unless you read the first few guides here. Good. So, survival. They need shelter, drink, and food. Use the arrow at the top of this window to minimize the tutorial when it obscures your view. I am doing that. I'm also going to build another... I'm going to mine out another area over here so we can have some more bedrooms, I guess. And we'll do the same little 3x3 pattern here, like this. And then we'll do something like this, I guess. A bit more than that. There we go. So we can have a few little, like, cells, but then I think this way we can set up another room, and that can be like our staircase down, I suppose, because we want to go further down so that we can potentially dig up some good stuff. So I guess we'll also... I assume, yeah, we just need to, like, pause every so often so that we can think about this stuff. Where's furniture? I need another bed in here. Oh, we need to make those first. Right, okay. So we can open this. We can add a new task. We can make more beds. Great. So let's do that. And I think we need to go back up to the surface. And we need to assign... which one was wood chopping? Here we go. Assign them to chop down... I guess you can do those two trees. You can kind of do that in a range. There's a goose! A stray goose! Let's click on the goose. Wait, don't chop the goose. The goose is 5 years old. It is frail. It has no official position. Can we make this goose the mayor? I hope so. And hopefully, by the way, hopefully my webcam isn't obscuring too much stuff. I've tried to make sure that the camera is in a reasonable position, but I don't know where all of the stuff will pop up. There's a lot of information here, so I will change that if I need to. But for now, it seems like most of this is going okay. Where's our wood chopper gone? I'm also looking at this and thinking, oh yeah, this is like... Up here it tells you the mood of your dwarves. We need a broker with the appraisal skill. A bookkeeper helps trade information. We need a broker with the appraisal skill. Okay, cool. Good to know. Let's quickly pop down again. And oh wow, they've really gone to work here. There's a cat following them into every room. It's a tame stray cat. 4 years old, male. Fun. Okay, I think I might have had some beds made by this point. So let's quickly open that. We got beds. Okay, we have 3 of those. Great. So we can put one there. We'll put one here. And we'll put another one. There's like a hotkey for it. Great. So now at least we have 4 beds. I guess we'll put another 2 in this room. And then we should have beds for everybody, assuming that they all need individual rooms. It's said to make doors at some stage, right? So it looks like they're using the beds at least, or they're making the beds for now. Let's go back up to the surface and see what's going on here. They've chopped down the trees, very good. There's a siltstone boulder here. That's tree chopping, plant gathering. Plant gathering sounds like a good idea. Let's gather some plants from around here. It looks like there's a diversity of foliage over here. Gather what you can. And it looks like some of them you can't. Maybe they're just weeds. Or they haven't grown yet or something. But these are berries. There's rice plants and cotton. Okay, fun. And yep, looks like they've gone to harvest those, which is great. We're in mid-spring already. What is this? This billy goat has icons. It's very confusing to me. The other thing I think I might look into changing is whether or not you can scroll up and down in inverted, if that makes sense. Because, like, I feel like to go further down into the earth from this top-down perspective, scrolling up feels more intuitive to me. But I might see if I can rebind that or something. Not a huge problem if I can't. Right. let's open up. We're paused again. Let's open up furniture. Let's put a bed in here. And B, F, B. There we go. Okay. Okay, we don't have another one made yet. Make more beds, please. Maybe they were just waiting for the wood to be stockpiled. Yep, somebody's making them. Good. Shy, thank you for the 21 months. Happy New Year to you. BFB. Okay, we have 2 more beds in there, so we can do that one more time. And it looks like we now have 7 beds. 7 beds for 7 brothers. There's rum, there's fungi wood. I assume that if we want to make a stockpile for refuse, because it recommended doing that, maybe we should do that on the surface. Let's do that. Let's put the bins out somewhere on the surface. I'm thinking maybe over here somewhere. Wait a second. We need to draw that like so. Accept, and that's going to be for trash. Great. And then if we go back down, we can click on this one and go to custom. I thought I told this not to do wood. Maybe I didn't save it properly or something. I can't see what this does. Okay, that's a search. That's nothing. And then remove refuse as well. Okay. So hopefully that's now saved the settings. Can recenter on certain... Oh, wait, hang on. Hang on. These are my alerts. It's created a masterpiece fingerline wood bed. Okay, cool. What is this? Okay, needed logs to get the bed. Right, okay. That was just them letting me know they didn't have enough wood, which they now do. We need to make sure that they keep gathering resources, though, and this is getting a little bit overwhelming, but that should be fine, I suppose. Let's clear out the logs around here and gather any plants that we can from there as well. And that way we don't end up growing valuable stuff near to where we're keeping the trash, I suppose. Sir, I've created a masterpiece bed, I know. Industrious sort they are. Let's meet some of our other dwarfs. This one is thirsty. I assume that means that they just need water. How do I gather water? That is something I need to look up in their help. So survival. We need shelter, drink, and food. We have shelter. I think we have food. Now we need drink. We should have a room underground where the residents can hide from creatures above. Make sure they spend their time down there. You'll need to use the zones menu to create a meeting area. Okay. Let's pop on down here. And we'll create a meeting area in here. There's a zone. Oh. In your zones. And we need a meeting area. I don't know where we're going to do that, but let's have like a little hall in there, I guess. We won't need that much room, but I guess we can do that. Later, you may try the burrows menu to create a safe place for your civilians to hide when real trouble comes. I don't like the sound of that. Okay. Labor. Some essential tasks must be assigned from the labor menu. Click here. Oh, gosh. Make sure you have a miner, a woodcutter, and a fisher dwarf. We do. Oh, this is all of the names of them. Sazir Normal Noleth. Expedition leader. Yeah, this is wild. There's so much stuff. If you haven't suffered any casualties, you should have these labourers assigned already, but if one of these brave workers falls, you'll need to assign somebody else those duties. Okay, good. There are two ways to make drinks for your residents. Okay, this is what we all need to know. The main way is by brewing alcohol. Of course. This is done by building a still from the build menu using workshops, farming, still. Should we put that in the meeting area? Should the still be like the water cooler that they all meet around? Workshops, farming. Oh gosh, there's a farming sub-menu. Okay. Still. Once the still is constructed, click on it and add the task. Brew drink from plant or fruit. If we have no suitable plants, you may try planting or gathering. So we don't just forage, we can like farm stuff too. The task also requires a barrel from the carpenter's workshop. You can designate a water source from the zones menu at a river or pond so that your residents have water to drink. You'll want one of these anyway for other purposes like cleaning and certain workshop tasks. You may find water underground. We have. I don't know how safe it is to get to it right now, but we have found water. Although I guess there's this. This is like a little underground hollow, I suppose. We're like, kind of like in the hills here. Okay, so we'll actually put that in here. And so that needs logs. Sure. Okay, we can do that then. That's going to be where the still is. And then we need to come up here and designate a water source. So I guess, like, if we zone this as a water source. I suppose. Hopefully that's safe for them to drink. What does this say about zones? Zones are placed like stockpiles. Unlike stockpiles, multiple zones can overlap. There are several kinds of zone. There's an office, animal training, garbage dump. So that's if you don't have a refuse stockpile, I suppose. Plant gathering zones. Yep. Fishing. Fish here. I guess. Maybe you should start writing this down. The game has written it down for me, that's the thing. Let's name the zones, the zones, the zones. We can name them as well. That's incredible. Okay. Let's call this... It kind of looks like a pair of briefs, so let's put Brief Lake. It is known as Brief Lake. Great. That seems to have taken. Assign a new or existing location to this zone. Oh, okay, so you can zone multiple things. You can gerrymander in this game. I like it. Except I don't like gerrymandering. I have closed that, and now it was telling me important stuff. Oh, it says don't show again. Right, okay. Certain zones like bedrooms can be placed several at a time. Just make sure you have the correct furniture placed in the rooms with doors or vertical entries separating each room. It's kind of what we've done, right? So if I go down here, I can designate these as bedroom. Or I guess it kind of needs to be more like bedroom. I guess? Paint? Can I redecorate? Hello? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And if you click multi, then you can do like this is a bedroom, this is a bedroom. Bed rejected, not enclosed. Oh, okay, right. So I need to have a proper door in there. Or the bedrooms need to be individual, which is weird because there are couples, right? Come on. Cool. So we can at least make that one there a bedroom, like a proper bedroom. Or do I have to draw like around the area like that? No. Okay. Apparently I just need doors. Dormitories should include multiple beds and not belong to a specific citizen. Okay, good. Try to enclose it with walls and or doors. Do not overlap other rooms. Right. Right, okay. Okay, I think I'm getting that. So I'll need to make a door. I think I also need to make a barrel. I don't see barrel, but we can search. Barrel. Make wooden barrel. Okay, it's W for wooden. That makes sense. And door. Bowie's walked into a door. Okay, make a barrel and make a door. Sure, why not? Oh, and you can give them priority that way. That makes sense. Set this task to repeat indefinitely. Make many doors. Set details for this task. Oh, wow. Okay, there's a lot of different types of wood. So I guess make more doors? Build me a door worthy of more. Right. That should do. Oh, the dogs are down here now. How wonderful. Are they meeting? They're meeting in the meeting room? Okay, the still is now here. Add new task. Requires empty food storage. Extract from plants. Right, yes, okay. So we can do that as much as we want to. But then we need food storage. We'll put food storage in the next room and we'll just break that wall down. How about that? We'll break this wall down. And then we need, I presume, a stockpile. There. For food. Right? That would make sense. Let's try that. Yes, one does not simply make more doors. Ginger, thank you for gifting sub to Celery. The turtles! There are turtles in here! I need to click on the turtles and find out more about them. A stack of 2 raw... Oh, they fished the... Right, okay, the turtles are food. There's a goat in here, though. Stray Billy Goat tame. Can I name him? I can. Okay, great. Yep, that seemed to save. It won't, like, show me his name over the... Do I edit this one? DocM88, he's upgraded. Stray DocM77. Great. Okay, good. Mock turtle soup? Yeah, maybe. Brew drink from plant. Yes, do that. Do all of that. My people are thirsty. Unrotten fermentable leaf or fruit. I guess we don't have those, but... I guess we just got to set these tasks to repeat, because we'll always need to drink. Who is the distiller? Okay, they've made wine. Our people have made dwarven wine. Extract from plants needs unrotten extract bearing plants. You know what we need is some of those plants. So I guess we need to do more plant gathering up here. If we can try and gather a few of those from this area. I assume it is safe for me to do this now. Mango wood logs are in the refuse stockpile. I don't know why. But sure. Right, gather those. I think I need to make deeper storage. I feel like these storage areas are not enough for the amount of storage we will need. So, what I propose, having paused the game again, is a hallway here, a stairwell down, and a large mined out area. Although perhaps we should do a mined out area that's like a hallway along here, and then we'll try and figure out rooms to either side. kind of like a hammer shape, I guess. And then we can just kind of work on it from there. Okay. Let's see if that happens. Yep, there's our miner. And then off they go. I get the sense that it might be more efficient in terms of the usage of their time to dig larger tunnels. Although they are still only moving one piece of material at a time, so maybe we need another dedicated miner. What do you do exactly? What would you say your job is? No official position, poor intuition, not inclined to abstract, disdains peace? Okay, interesting. Oh, I think somebody's mood has gone up, though. That's nice. Dabbling carpenter, proficient planter. Okay, you're good at planting. Right, we need to check our labor menu here. This one's a stone crafter. Can we add you to the mining? I guess we can. Standing orders, kitchen, stone use. Plump helmets 30. Okay, we have a lot of that particular type of ingredient, I guess. Yeah, cool. Okay, so if we add justice, if we add that person to the mining detail, okay, we don't have enough empty barrels for that person to do their job. So let's make more barrels. A couple more of those. And then we can start placing doors as well. I'm going to have to pause in a second just to, like, relax a little bit. Alright, we can place a door there from this paradise, nutwood, or mango. Oh, let's have mango. Okay, yeah, there's a door there. Again, this is going to be one of those things that's quicker once you know the hotkeys, right? Which I guess has to be a nutwood door. Sure. Yeah. Maybe our meeting room needs a door to keep some of these yaks out. They disdain both peace and power, so basically a centrist. Welcome in, Oxy Joe. Yes, that seems to be the case, from what I can understand. Can we also... Zones. Animal training, pen/pasture. Certain livestock need to graze on grass. Okay. Assign those animals to a pasture zone. Will that get them out of here?
Well, that's
or animal
just
training.
Crime.
Been assigned a trainer from the pets and livestock menu. Generally, a piece of meat is required. Okay, okay. So if we go up here... Oh, they're doing really well at mining out that area now. That's really cool. I guess if we clear out an area of grass, like up here, like we can say that this will be the pasture. Oh, we got a horse there now. And let's have them take down the trees in that area as well. So that way we have a little bit more wood. Animal handlers will pull the animals back to the pasture. The animals will remain there until further instruction. Good. Because, yeah, there are yaks just in our meeting room. And stray dogs and things. And geese. Is that a snail? Oh, there's a worm there. Can I read about the worm? Morgul Menges, Mason. There was a worm there. This all goes really fast as well. Like, they're all just zipping around. And I get that's probably for the pace of the game in general, but... Wow, okay. They're really going for it here. What do I do with these boulders, though? This is siltstone used for making furniture or building. Do they gather that? Do I need a better place for them to gather it? A stray cat has found its way into the cave. Because I think if we start making a stockpile here... If we start stockpiling stone on this side... and then we start stockpiling wood on the other side or something like that. Because it seems like stone and wood are the things that we're going to use a lot of. For now. Although at this point our stockpiles are really weird shapes. So, I'm not sure if we can, like, cancel those now, but we can add to them, I guess? Or maybe we can't, okay. Maybe we just have to redraw that area. Okay, cool, we can do it that way. Neat. Speed of the game made me nervous when I first tried. Yeah, I guess it takes a little bit of getting used to, right? They don't seem to be particularly encumbered by the scale of this stuff. So this was going to be our stone stockpile, right? I need to start editing the names. Just so it doesn't come up with, like, stockpile number 7 and then I wonder where 1 through 6 are. So what do we have in this? View stockpile. Oh wait, no, it's not gonna... It's a fungi wood bucket. I think our general stockpile potentially needs to be larger than this. The food stockpile here is going well, though. And now I can probably zone this one as a bedroom. Bedroom created. Neat. I can do a dormitory here. And then these can be dormitories as well. Yeah, cool. Once I have more doors. Great. The worms and stuff keep disappearing. There's a turtle! Is this a 1980s game? I think it used to look like a 1980s game. They don't seem to be too encumbered by all of this stone either. Although, as far as digging orders go, there doesn't seem to be wall smoothing, engraving, track carving, and fortification. Oh, and that's just to remove the orders. Okay, how do I get rid of these boulders? Do I, like, say mine those again? Nope, doesn't seem to have any kind of effect. Just they're not putting any of the stone... Oh, somebody just did. Because this stockpile right here is the one for wood specifically. Make Osdin keyboard. I have no idea what that is. They sound like instruments, though, based on that. So they've now mined out that entire area, so I can redraw the stockpile here for wood. Wood specifically. Nobody seems to be, like, organizing that. Oh, no, maybe they are. Yeah, okay, it's just taking a while. Is it raining? How do I know if it's raining? Okay, the elevation thing is kind of fun. I assume I can do some decoration here on the surface as well. It's just not ideal to do that because it gets invaded or something. What's going on with our wagon right now? We have a lot of cloth and stuff. An iron anvil. And some weapons, it looks like. Pigtail rope. Yikes. There you go, folks. You're right. It does say it's raining up there with the weather indicator. That's cool. Well, there are still a load of animals in our meeting room, so the pasture thing clearly isn't working out for them, but that's okay, I suppose. Furniture. Let's throw a door in here. Okay, we don't have any more doors yet. So we need to add new tasks. Door. I don't have caps lock on, it just doesn't give you anything other than caps lock. Door. Okay, what does this say? It has started raining. Thanks. Hopefully that means they can just look up and quench their thirst that way. Does this guy have sunglasses on, by the way? Kind of looks like he has sunglasses on. Inattentive, tough. Oh, she, sorry, has sunglasses on. Poor focus, poor empathy, disdains competition, fearless. I feel so good, euphoric due to inebriation. Annoyed after having to drink without using a goblet, cup, or mug. Yes, I've gathered that that is a thing that can happen. Slowly but surely, the stone is being put on the stone side of the room downstairs. It sounds like work is being done. So I think we may have 2 doors now that we can assign to these dormitories. This is now date palm wood, apparently. Oh wait, no, go back, doors. Okay, I don't have a second door, I guess? Maybe they need more wood for that. Or someone else is making one. Drinking straight out of the still, yes, apparently that's a thing. Okay, do we now have a door? Yes, cool. So now I can turn this into a dormitory. Oh, I think I clicked out of that by mistake. And this also into a dormitory. Great. So now everyone has, like, little assigned places to sleep. Everyone's getting on very well. Somebody's got their own bedroom. They're still trying to work out what to do with all of these geese. And the refuse is actually starting to look like refuse. Hamster remains. Oh no. So I think we need to start a mine. We are dwarves, after all. We've got a lot of wood down here, which is good, and it means our stockpile up here can be used for other things. In fact, I might disband this stockpile. So if I do... Oh, if I, like, draw this and then remove like that, then they'll move that stuff downstairs and we can turn this entire thing into the general stockpile if we want to. Yeah, now they're moving the wood downstairs. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to get this. What we need is a much larger food stockpile. I think something like that. We could even create another entrance / exit out this way, maybe? And then we can get to more, like, foraging area out here. But I'm not sure if that's safe. Like, I'm not sure if you can put doors there or whatever. So now this stockpile can now be for more food. And I'll try and edit the food. There we go. Does this game get raiders? I believe we have stuff like that to contend with later, yes. Okay. I think I'm finding a sort of equilibrium with this now. Which probably means that I'm doing something wrong. Oh, there's turtle shells and stuff around here? Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about survival. Yep. We've done that. We've got the trades. We have a still. And in warmer weather, they can drink from the water sources. We designated one of these up here as a drinking pond. And we can find water underground. Now, next we need to talk about planting. There's some food on the embark wagon. You can trade for food. You can also grow your own. The wagon comes with seeds, but as you might expect, these crops must be grown underground. Carve out a rectangular area underground for a farm plot. There's underground rectangles must be near the surface, where there is soil, loam, clay, or sand. One level down should suffice before you hit rock. The highest mountain elevations do not have soil. Well, we're not that high up as far as I can tell. With subterranean soil floor exposed, you can place an underground farm plot. This isn't rich soil, but will suffice for now. Dig deeper to find better soil. So they're like, don't dig down because you'll find rock there. But they're like, dig deeper and you'll find better soil. So this right here, I mean, it's got grass growing in the corner there, right? Sandy clay cavern floor. How do I go back? Let me try looking at this again. Soil, clome, lay, or sand. Okay, so loam, clay, or clome, lay, loam, clay, or sand. So maybe we dig out a rectangular area. Maybe we dig it out past here. And this is going to be our farm plot. And I don't know what we're going to do with this room, but it's going to be something other than a dormitory at this point. This is a very intricate simulation. Yeah, there's some stuff that seems like surplus information. Like, obviously, like, it's simulating stuff like the dwarves' interactions with each other and everything. Like, they're talking with each other and whatnot, and you don't really need to know about that. It's just interesting to observe it, I suppose. And there are animals and stuff, and, like, if you click on them, you get, like, a report on their relationships and, like, who the deities of the world are, their personality. He has meager creativity and a good feel for social relationships. He winks during conversations. There's a lot of this stuff that's just like procedurally generated. We can also look at the turtles that he's standing on. This stockpile looks like it's doing very well. We've got some potato seeds. And so it looks like this farm plot is going to come in very useful with all the seeds that we've gathered. Use the thoughts to figure out what's making them upset. Yeah, so it's kind of Roller Coaster Tycoon in that sense, where it's like, what do these park visitors want? You know, what can we do for them, really? Okay, so that's now a big area. We can zone this as a... Oh, not zone. We need to actually build a farm plot, right? Like, let me read this again. Yeah, workshops, farming, farm plot. Okay, farming, farm plots. So I guess we can just do something like this. And then somebody will come along and till that. Maybe we'll do another farm plot on the opposite side of the room as well. Shops, farming, farm plots. We'll do something like that. Then we can have a path through the middle there. Yep, looks like somebody is coming to work on that. Select the crops to be grown each season. Click on the farm plot you placed to pull up the farming menu. Note that you can obtain above ground seeds from trained or by eating gathered plants, but above ground farming exposes your planters to danger in the elements. Okay, cool. So we can click on this and we can plant plump helmets, it says. Let's do that. Okay, so that's just going to do that constantly. Poor soil, cavern soil is best. Sure, okay. It said we'd find better soil further down. Now your planters, those that can access both the farm plot and the spawn, will plant the field, and after a period of growth they'll be harvested. If you'd like to focus a few of your citizens on farming, you can assign them to the planters work detail from the labor menu. We already have one planter there, who's this chap. Can you also be a planter? I guess you've sort of got to have that, right? It's an orderly. Sure, I don't know. Mason, stonecutter, there we go. Assign that to you. Great. So they'll start planting stuff here. Yeah, I figured they can have more than one job. I just don't want to overwork them right now, I suppose. Fertilizer and skilled planters have a direct impact on crop yield. These effects are pronounced deep underground, where you can look at the cavern biome and its rich... Oh, okay, so there's another biome underground that we're looking for. Potash is the fertilizer of choice, can be created in the ashery using ash from wood burned in a wood furnace. A water source zone and a bucket are also required. Fertilizer is not needed to farm, but helps, I suppose. So we've got a water source zone. We'll need another bucket because we've used all the buckets down here. We have been creating a lot of buckets. Buckets. Let's create... Yeah, we'll just do one of those. And then... I guess an ashery presumably makes sense to be underground still. It doesn't sound like the kind of thing I'd want to be underground. Can I put it in here? Because if we have an ashery by the farm stuff... Oh, we need to make blocks at a workshop first. Okay. So what does the ashery need? Construction required. Just blocks. Okay. Add task block. Oh, wooden blocks. Okay, sure. I guess we'll do that. Craft me some things. Dwarf lungs are strong. I'm sure they don't mind a bit of carbon monoxide. We will see. Once the crafts person here leaves, we will presume that they're doing okay. Workshop is free for anybody to use. We have a wheelbarrow in here. A fungi wood wheelbarrow. Alright, they've made the wooden blocks. Let's see if we can do that now then. Workshops. Ashery. No access to empty barrel. I thought I'd made a barrel. Somebody from the still nicked it. Let's make a couple just to be sure. They're having a meeting about who's nicked the barrel. And create good farmland on any level using water as well. Yeah, probably makes sense. No access to empty barrel. But I have made one. Where is it? What have you done with it? There's a barrel right here. I'm confused. I think I need to expand the size of the stockpile here. This stockpile. This more general stockpile. Which I guess is a custom stockpile that we didn't want to have either wood or refuse in it. But that needs to get drawn around here. Maybe an extra bit there. So yeah, all except refuse. In fact, none of the corpses and body parts and shells and teeth and things. And none of the woods. Play. Theme of the stream, yes, is needing to expand the stockpile. This looks like trash to me. There's a pigtail bag. Oh, okay. Yeah, we definitely need more room. In fact, we need something like this. I think on the opposite side. That's going to serve as a larger stockpile. I didn't know how big to make the stockpile initially. Turns out big is helpful. Well, now that we're getting more organized, we should be okay. I'm already seeing some stuff that I would like to do differently. If I did this again. There's durian tree roots. Gosh, durian is in this game, imagine. Stockpile drawing time. And once again, let's make that a custom stockpile which has everything except refuse. I like how corpses are a separate thing, even though they're part of refuse here. And wood. We'll also not put stone here because we have a stockpile for stone downstairs. So let's not worry about that for now. Sure. Let that be a thing. Is that a barrel that I can use? Just imagine they've been making all of these barrels and not had anywhere to put them. Now can I make an ashery? Still needs access to an empty barrel. Hello? Who has taken all my barrels? I blame whoever's been making all of this liquid. Yeah, we definitely needed this. They've actually unpacked the wagon now. I will never be able to make an ashery. These people don't know what an empty barrel is. Saying screw it and rebuilding your fort a few layers down is always a possibility if you're unhappy with the layout. I expect I will do that in time, yeah. Are they using them for alcohol? I mean, they might be, but I haven't given them any more tasks over here, so I kind of assume that they are stockpile links for this workshop. Interesting. Kind of assume that they're just doing their thing. The stray yak cow is hungry. And this person is thirsty despite being in the distillery. More people are happy, though. Our population is getting happier. Still a couple of people, but they're probably the people who disdain peace, so... Not too worried about them now, I guess. Yeah, the wagon is definitely unloaded at this point. The The fisher and the fisher dwarf is still fishing. Dense satin tail. I'm wondering what else is out here that we can potentially grab, but I think farming is really the priority at this point. Is there anything in here that I can gather? There's bits and pieces that are growing. Obviously, if they start gathering some stuff from further afield, I presume that's when there's potential for danger. But these are stray animals. I'm not sure what I can do with them aside from... gather plants and hope people feed them. Also not sure why these stray animals aren't using this pasture that I set up, but maybe I need to assign somebody as a herder. There's hunters. Can you hunt the yaks in my cellar? Can you do that? There you go. You're a good fisher dwarf, you can be a good hunter as well. I think now may be the time to establish a mine further down. I think this could end up being some kind of grand storage hall eventually. But I'm thinking what we need to do is set up a mine just like over to one side here. And on the next layer down. And then start mining out. Like a branch mine or something. I'm kind of curious to see what happens if you do like a branch mine kind of layout like this. If you run into any useful resources or... if it's better to just clear out an area, I'm not sure. And they call it a mine. A mine. Let's go with this for now. You can do vein mining as well once you find one. Interesting. Here comes our staircase, and the cat's coming with. Oh, rough shawls. Siltstone. Wait a second. An animal has grown to become a stray two-humped camel. And you thought this was news? You've struck shawl, you've struck tetrahedrite, you've struck bituminous coal. Kalu Kalay, we have bituminous coal. Looks like branch mining is the way to go then. So there's a shawl cluster right here, and that's tetrahedrites. Okay. And what do these minerals afford us, one wonders? It's early summer. We do have to start crafting things as well. I gather crafting was one of the things it wanted us to do. So I wonder if perhaps over here beyond our meeting hall, once our industrious miners are finished with their task, if we should set up some sort of crafting room. I'm not sure how much space we need for that, but it's another workshop style thing. So we'll set up extra mining orders. And maybe once they're done with the lower levels of the mine, they will come up and start to hew that out for us. I can see here, though, that this is a vein that we can follow. Apparently labor menu stone uses. Oh, okay, interesting. Economic stone. Tetrahedrite. Ore of silver. Ore of copper. Okay, so we have copper ore. It's not magma safe. So I presume we need to, like, smelt that into copper, and then we potentially get silver. And then silver nuggets are obviously ore of silver. Right, okay. So it's like we can break it down into its component elements. Sort of thing. Okay, summer has arrived on the calendar. And not a moment too soon. It's 20% silver and 80% copper. Right, that makes sense. Grazing animals will starve to death because the pasture is not on grassy surface. Well, what is this? Golden bamboo. Carpet grass. Grammar. Like, the pasture was up here. I don't know what counts as grassy surface if not that. The animals need to be assigned to it from the zone menu. Oh. Where is my pasture? So if I click on this, select animals to be placed in this pasture. Right. There's a lot of them. All. I mean, to be fair, we don't need the dogs and cats so much. We need the grazing animals, though. Which are these ones, right? What does a goose want to eat? Like pondweed and stuff, most likely. Okay, so now we have assigned those. Here come the goose. Oh, there goes the yak. Okay, okay. And then it's going back to the cellar. Need to reset the plants in the farm plot for each season. It doesn't automatically carry over. Right, so we can have cave wheat and pigtails. Dimple cups we could also grow in spring. Quarry bushes, sweet pods. Let's have some sweet pods instead of pigtails. Yeah, definitely a vein of material here. If we end up smelting that. They're doing their best to keep it all stockpiled. It looks like the yaks are just kind of vibing now, which is nice. Although one of them did come back for a meeting. In the labor menu kitchen area, it's generally a good idea to forbid cooking of your plump helmets and booze, lest you wind up with parched dwarves. So forbid cooking with that. Okay. We got lots of it, so that seems to be okay for now. Somebody's really happy now. That's awesome. Who's that? You can't really click on anything up here, I've discovered. Citizen information. The expedition leader is really happy. That's good news. He hasn't really had to do a whole lot. I haven't assigned him a given task as such. So this game inspired Minecraft. It's older than. What's the story behind it? So this game has been reskinned for a Steam release. It used to basically be all ASCII graphics. It was all just like letters and different characters and stuff with maybe different colors and stuff, all arranged in the same formations. I don't know if I can switch to it mid-game, but there's like a classic graphics mode. Yeah, this. Like, so this is what the game looked like before. and you were supposed to interpret this by like hovering over it so you could see what it was, right? But you can see kind of why I like the graphics. The graphics now are premium graphics. Yes, instant headache. But yeah, like the old version of this, it was procedurally generated landscapes. Like the game generates this entire world for you, and this is really just the corner of it that I'm currently in. So the corner that I've explored, everything is based in tiles, which makes it kind of like Terraria, I guess. Imagine people back then looking at those characters and going, amazing graphics. Well, it's kind of based on the same graphical style as stuff like Ultima, which was, yeah, very rudimentary graphics-wise. But the idea is that it's so heavy in terms of the simulation elements of it. The fact that you're generating this world's history and all of the dwarves and stuff like that have different interactions that play out sort of behind the scenes. Like, if I click on any of these people when they're just kind of, like, roaming around, it'll give me so much information about all of them. And, like, she was annoyed at dwelling upon having a drink without using a goblet, cup, or mug. So one of the people who I've been watching a lot recently, or one of the groups I've been watching online is a bunch of artists who go by DWARF, and they stream on Twitch, and they have a YouTube channel, which is amazing. And I was watching one of their more recent streams today, and they mentioned Dwarf Fortress, and somebody mentioned this interaction happening where they don't have any, like, mugs to drink out of, and then she didn't feel anything due to inebriation, but then they get annoyed thinking about that one time they had to drink without a mug. Oh, yeah, everybody knows Drawfee. Okay, great. I don't need to explain Drawfee to you then. But, Jacob was talking about playing Dwarf Fortress, and both him and Mike Regnetta, who I've been following for a while, who did PBS Idea Channel and now does Fun City and a bunch of other things, like, both of them have been talking up Dwarf Fortress, and so I'm like, I need to give this a try. Yeah, it's a neat game. I can imagine myself doing a lot with this if I had the time. I'm going to remove the stone from this stockpile as well, because that's our freeform stockpile. So we have a proper food stockpile now, so I can get rid of this and not have stone here either. Okay, and we can kind of see where some of this is going. The other thing that this has that Minecraft also has is, like, music that kind of crops up every so often. And I'm not sure how much of that was present in the original release either, but I love the music in this game. Such a neat set of tracks. Once had a dwarf and stone artisan who kept making turtle statues, thinking she must like turtles then. No, she hated turtles. She was making them out of spite, yeah. It's a potato game. It's all potatoes, no meat. You can imagine the potatoes taste like meat, but it's all potatoes with just enough gravy. Yeah. Okay, so the mine is proceeding down here, but one of our miners has diverted into what is going to be the crafts room, so that's good. I need to look into workshops for crafting things. So I guess we need date palm logs. And apparently we can just do it with that. Oh, some stuff grow. I saw that briefly. So this is far enough out of the way that our craft person is going to take a while getting to it, I think. There's now 2 very happy people, so we must be doing something right. I see a frog in the pond over there. That's cute. And a snail. Not sure who was in charge of building things. But I have assigned a lot of duties to people recently, so I think it may be that they want to sleep. Proficient carpenter, competent woodcutter, novice bowyer, novice woodburner. Well, you'd be an expert woodburner if I could actually build an ashery. Heck yeah, I can do that now. Love how much these tracks use strings. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You have a bookkeeper. It's amazing for when you need to see your stockpile. No, not yet. I'm just sort of working with the 7 dwarves that I have. Aha, 7 dwarves. But I don't know what else is really, like, required here. Like there are traps. This is kind of wild. I feel like we should also have a table. Must be inside. This is inside. We're underground. Okay, maybe I should look a little bit further into what constitutes like a room. Hey, Prowl, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. I missed the meeting room worm. Where did he go? His story has already been told. There's ticks, though, which is a concern. I don't want my dwarves to get Lyme disease. Maybe the cats should be dealing with those. I don't know. I like that the snail doesn't count as something I can get information about. There's a goose and a snail, but the snail is probably more of a resource than anything else. This guy has 2 lovers. Get this guy. Wow. I guess they do need to increase the population somehow. There are only 7 of them. You need a possum? Yeah. Rough shawls. This is a rough shawls. So somebody said in the labor menu before I could figure out what some of these things were actually used for. Other stone. Wow, there's a lot of this. Schist. Schist is in this game. Do we have nice as well? We do have nice! Hey! Okay, so my goal for this game is to acquire 69 nice at some point. That's an animal has grown to become a stray cat. Really? What was it before? It started raining. Okay, cool. Yeah, we have to strike nice. I think that's our objective. This is a sandbox game. We can play it how we want, and I'm going to play it that way. Thank you very much. Why is nobody building this ashery? I struggled so hard for this. I had to create so many barrels before they'd let me do it. This is genuinely fascinating. I'm enthralled. Snails are important because they're on the list of hateable animals. Okay. Fair. Okay, looks like they've dug out most of the branch mine. So I guess what we want to do, because this is all valuable, so we want to assign mining orders to this stuff. Somebody said you could do vein mining as well. You can dig a channel making a ramp on the level below. Is the channel for like irrigation for your crops? But yeah, I assume we'll just dig out this for now. And we'll see what we can do with that. Click on the arrow for advanced things. Oh, okay. Dig ore and gems selected. Wow, okay, this is some real advanced stuff. Yeah. It's like a whole left button to draw, so you could kind of... Yeah, interesting, okay. How do I tell them not to mind that? I was just joking. Eraser icon, thank you. Yeah, that's one thing that I've been slightly confused by up till that point, but that's really useful. Neat. And now we have this interesting corridor. Man, we got so much stuff. Imagine if we could craft some of it. Oh, we can now. Add a new task. Rock. Make a large rock gem. Make rock hive, rock jugs, rock mugs, rock earrings. Ooh. So we've got wood, we've got loads of wood. Bind book requires book binding. Yeah, thanks. Make instrument piece. Make an agate keyboard. So we can, in theory, make all of this. Getting slightly distracted here. Wooden amulets, large wooden gems, wooden bolts, wooden... Make wooden crafts in the dwarf's workshop where we work the dwarven crafts. The Chicken Kicker, thank you for the Prime sub. O-Farm, thank you for the Prime sub. Jubilant Poet with 100 bits. And 7 months from G the B, thank you very much. The instruments in their construction is procedurally generated. I imagined it was, yeah. Since they're not, like, specifically saying this is a piano or whatnot. Let's make some cups, because people are mad at not having cups. So let's make a couple of those. Let's see if we can make... We can make mugs out of rock. We have cloth, I guess we can do stuff with. But then we don't have a huge amount of like horn and ivory and that kind of stuff. Make totem. Shell and bone and that kind of thing. I doubt we have much of either. Make a rock crown. We could use some of those, couldn't we? Let's make some dice as well. And over here, we need to make potash from ash. Do that as many times as you care to. Okay, this needs ash. Great. I can make it lye. Oh, someone's crafting. We have mugs. So what's this game actually? It's a colony simulator, kind of similar to RimWorld, if you've seen stuff like that. Maybe a little bit Factorio. But this is a game that, back in its heyday, inspired the procedural generation elements and mining aspects of Minecraft. Oh, we need a wood furnace to make ash. Right, yeah, that makes sense. Do I have furnaces? Wood furnace. Okay, it's another one of those. Right, good. In that case, we may as well mine out an area over here for that to go. And they can kind of... Oh, I need to draw with a thing. They can kind of sit next to each other, and hopefully that will be a worthwhile thing to do. RimWorld is Dwarf Fortress at home, fair play. Well, now Dwarf Fortress is here, so... Hey, look! Those cups and mugs that I made. What do you want? Somebody's here wanting a thing. Competent Mace Dwarf. Wait a second. We have 14 people now. When did that happen? Did they just turn up? New arrival. 4 children. Low stamina. I mean, if he's got 4 children, he's doing alright. Game is somewhat stealthy about the arrival of migrants, apparently. Here we go. Some migrants have arrived. It alerted me. I was too busy trying to make ash. Okay, well, now. Now at least, if I go into furnaces, I can make a wood furnace. We can place that there. We can build it out of siltstone, which we now have plenty of. Has this been re-released? Yes. It got a Steam release towards the end of last year now. And yeah, it's like 20 quid and is apparently just infinite in the same way that Minecraft is. If you like this kind of top-down, like, colony management kind of vibe. From what I gather, the game is quite tricky in that, like, there is no way to win other than, like, you know, you're established enough that you can call this a mountain home. But I'm just having fun exploring it for a little bit. They sneak in through a secret tunnel. I mean, they probably just came over land because, yeah, I see this kind of chain of migrants. And they brought a stray blue pea chick and some buffalo calves. Interesting. So we have new people who can be given jobs and asked to work here. Okay, let's take a quick look at our citizenry. We don't have anybody dead or missing yet, which is nice. We have 2 children. Ushat, Toulon Godin, dwarf child. And being a child, they are naturally content, but no more than that. This creature... I like the fact that 4 of my original dwarves are still just, like, very chill right now. One of them is eating, the other one is making rock mugs. So we have miners, we have some more weaponsmiths who really don't have a whole lot to do right now, so I might have to reassign them. They don't have, like, an expedition leader as such, they just kind of turned up. I guess ours is the expedition, right? So now we have some miners. Let's put somebody else to work. Leave this menu and recenter on this creature. That's what I would like to do. Hello. You're not a stray dog. I'm looking at you. Labor. We'll do available tasks anywhere. You're a weaponsmith. Can you also be... I guess a hunter or a woodcutter? That would be useful. And this was another one of the new chaps who's also a weaponsmith. Let's make you a stonecutter and engraver. The labor menu will be helpful here. Elcorn with the 58 months. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you. Hope you're well. Yeah, a lot of weaponsmiths have suddenly turned up. Let's make them miners, I guess. And hunters. Maybe time for more beds. Yeah, probably. Probably time for more beds. So we're going to need to move them into another area. We're kind of hemmed in here, so we'll need to go down. Let's create a separate set of dormitories down here for the newcomers. Can be over here by the stone and wood stockpiles. Now we've got so many miners, this should be a breeze to dig out. Alright, run that. Happy New Year, Pix. Is the game fun? The game is fun. The game is slightly overwhelming, but also absolutely fascinating. Our stone stockpile has gotten, if anything, too crowded. So I think... That must have a rainbow over the head? What was that saying? Oh, are you just being a child? Is that the idea? Playing make-believe. Ushat Road Ropes. 14 years old. She's creative, has good focus, vengeful and lustful. At 14? Come on now. Come on now, game. Let's have none of that. Let's craft some things. Let's have another craft station. This is just like going to be mass crafting room, I think. Let's use some siltstone to just craft that in the first place, because boy do we need it. Yeah, maybe they have lust for life. They have joie de vivre. One can only hope. Oh, cool, and it gives like a different... If you're using different materials, it kind of gives you a different skin to the whole thing. That's wild. They must have had to craft so many, like... Must have had to design so many different things. Let's find something to do with all of this rock. Rock bookbindings sound pretty fun. Let's make some dice. Let's make some crowns, or some earrings, some figurines. This all sounds like the kind of stuff that you do with rock. Jugs and mugs. Because this presumably gives us stuff to trade for autumn, right? That was kind of one of the things it was emphasizing. A rock scepter! Heck yes, let's make a scepter. Bracelets and things. Yeah, jewelry. That kind of stuff sounds like it's rock toys. Sure. That sounds like it's going to be worth trading. Excellent. Do all of those. So that's going to be the rock crafting, and then we have wood crafting over here. I suppose that we're going to need a stockpile area for crafted ingredients if we're making a lot of those. So, yeah, maybe we'll need to have a stockpile area over here as well. That's just for the crafted stuff. Man, the meeting area is getting pretty crowded. You can get a pet rock. There you go, yeah. Rock crafts randomly picks from all of that stuff. Okay, cool. So it just crafts general things then. That's neat. Okay. Hang on. Stockpiles. Let's do one of these. Accept. Custom. Finished goods. I guess is sort of what we're after there, right? Yeah, okay. So that's crowns, goblets, totems, toys. Jet. Okay, cool. Finished goods. Furniture. Anything like that? We'll see. Okay, we don't have any seeds left for cave wheat, so let's... I haven't really noticed any of this stuff happening, I think, because it just sort of happens and then they harvest the stuff instantly. Getting the feeling that keeping them happy in a crisis is going to make or break the colony? Yeah, I expect so. So we'll need to create more beds. There isn't really a way of saying, like, make 5 of this. It's just make it over and over again. And then make doors. Oh, you can make crutches and stuff as well. It's like these guys are gonna like break bones or something at some stage. That's a concern. Hey, Light Slab, the game is going very well. It's bizarre, but it's cool. This child is playing with a siltstone mug on the floor. There you go, they're dropping off some Paradise Nutwood cups. This is just bonkers. So with this, now we can make ash. We'll just do that once, I guess. And then from this, we can make potash from lye because we have lye. Needs a lye-bearing item. Thanks. Well, now that we have ash, can we now make it from ash? It started raining again. Midsummer. Need to go down here and place some of these beds as well, as they get made. Somebody's just showed up to, it was BF, oh wait, no, hang on. BFB, yes, okay. Awesome. Is this a dungeon crawler kind of like Stardew? Not exactly. It's more like, it's got like the resource management elements of Stardew, but it's much more like, RimWorld, or if you look at stuff like, I guess, Prison Architect and stuff like that, there's a few games like that that I haven't really played much of, but are, I guess, kind of similar. We have an orange wood dye. Siltstone figurine of Maffel Fairdor. No idea who that is. Is that somebody who from here? Nope. Okay, cool. So, Siltstone figurine of somebody we don't know. Look at all these nutwood cups and things. There's still a few work jobs in here. Let's make some amulets. Some figurines. Some earrings. Sure. Go ham, go off. So we don't have any leather, really. Dwarven god? Yeah, I figured some sort of deity. Right, what else can we make? Did we make doors? We need more doors just anyway. Build me a fortress worthy of more doors. So that's B. D? Nope. P. Okay, sure. R. There's a mango wood door, and then B, P, R. Right. I get that if there's tasks that you want to do over and over again, you basically have to keyboard hotkey your way through them. You use work orders. There's a checkbox for keep placing. Like how the child is helping. It's taking them a little while longer. Yeah, he's playing make-believe in the doorway. This one's just standing in there being like, I'm a rock today. Work orders to avoid going through making the beds. A manager is required to add work orders to the shop. Interesting. Okay. That's, yeah, something that I have yet to fully understand, I guess. Man, there's so much.
Well, that's just prime.
I guess I need to add a few of these people as, like... overall occupations. Once the first leader is assigned, subsequent captain positions will appear. Manager and bookkeeper. You can create your work orders, run a hospital, count and appraise your hoard. Nobles and administrators require rooms, and some may also make demands. Okay, interesting. I'm learning so much. There's so much information. This definitely seems like the kind of thing where you just have to make a ton of mistakes and stumble through it and be like, okay, if I did that again, now I know what's required of me for certain things. What do I then do when I get to the point where I messed up last time? Right, right. Oh, it's a frail 6-year-old cat. Annoyed when caught in the rain, content after a bath. Typical. Typical cats. So we have a certain amount of resources and stuff down here. I'm just curious what's further down. There's like an aquifer up here. That's way further down. There's jet. Jet and shale. And it's not like in Terraria where it's like you reach... Oh, no, the elevation goes into negative numbers. Oh, God. Oh, yikes. Yeah, that goes and goes and goes, huh? Okay. Oh, dear. Can discover fun caves? I bet you can. Mist. There is mist here. Hello? Well, whose fortress is this? Uh-oh. Is somebody else here? Oh, this is like a whole thing. I saw this on the overground area and I was like, what? But it seems like there's this kind of road here. Incremental realizations of each giant level of complexity. Yeah. Honestly, like, if anybody wants to recapture that feeling of getting into Minecraft or Terraria for the first time, if you miss that feeling and you haven't played this game, would recommend. It's a very different style of game, but woof, there's a lot. Is this game music? Yes, this is all in-game music. It does the Minecraft thing of like playing a track and then having like a bit of a gap. There's some silence and then it plays again. But it plays a different song each time from what I've heard. I haven't heard too many of these repeat themselves. So now I can tell this person to plant dimple cups and quarry bushes and fertilize. I guess. Because we have some of that. This game music is good. It's very good. I do really enjoy it. Right. I'm going to take a look at some of this other stuff because... Oh boy. We've done all of the tutorial stuff. We know sort of what we're doing with planting. There's a river or pond nearby you may consider fishing. We're doing that already. We've already got... your workers do not eat raw fish. You must build a fishery to prepare them. Okay. It's possible to survive by gathering plants outside. Okay, we've done that. We've done that. Let's build a fishery. I guess this is going to be like the little farming area, right? So let's build another chill tunnel out this way. I presume we'll want a few more like booths like this for different crafting stations. So let's just open that out. Maybe like there as well. Although I'm not certain what happens when we dig into this. So I guess we're going to find that out. Maybe that's fine, but then digging into the water droplet ones is not. Are other players also competing for the same resources? It's single player. I cannot imagine this with multiplayer, because... yeah, like, you'd have to have control over individual sets of units, I suppose. Like, your dwarves would be your dwarves exclusively. What is the goal of this stream? Explore what the heck is going on in this game, because there's a lot of stuff, and it's my first time playing it. So, as far as Dwarf Fortress goes, the idea is just to build this up into a successful colony of dwarves, but realistically there is no end goal, because eventually everything just crumbles. You either get bored and leave it, or you run into some trouble that you can't solve, basically, and it all falls apart. But that's kind of the point of the game. You can cook meals here, process plants, work with livestock, milk and shear animals, make cheese and spin thread. We probably don't want to do that if the pasture is on the surface. We don't want to do that down here. Slaughter livestock here in order to obtain meat, hide, bones, and other animal products. We can do hives. We can keep bees. I assume we'll need a butcher at some point. We'll put that next to the fisher. Seeing how things fall apart is a large part of the allure. Yeah. Yeah, I expect at some point we're just going to get like raided by bandits or something and all my dwarves will be killed because I haven't really given anyone weapons. It's like SimCity where you build your city and then when you're bored of it you destroy it with tornadoes and floods. Yeah. Okay, so we have a butcher's shop now where we can tell them to catch and kill things. Not sure what happened to any of my grazing animals. They are still around here, I guess. The planter needs more seeds. So this fishery is like, prepare raw fish. Do this all the time. Finally, the fishmonger has something to do. Disdains leisure time. Elon Musk. The party won't get dysentery at least. Well, any number of things seem to be possible. I haven't made a hospital yet, and that's probably going to be a concern later. Let's quickly check in on people. These two are still children who are currently playing. I need to give the weaponsmiths more things to do, I think. If you play a bit, you get used to no UI and ASCII graphics. This feels like the kind of game that you would have had to play with like the wiki open at all times. Whereas now it seems like you can kind of muddle through with the graphics and the resources they've given you. What wiki? I mean, I presume that players would have at least shared some information on how this stuff was done. I don't know what, like, forum then. If not wiki, then forum. And if not forum, then, you know, Usenet news group or whatever. alt.fan.dwarf fortress. Okay, so it's telling me about gathering. We've done that. Slaughter an animal, build a butcher's shop. We've done that now. Open the creature's info menu, select the pet's livestock tab. You can select which animals to slaughter. You may need to minimize the tutorial to see the slaughter buttons. Thanks. Some livestock eat vegetation to survive. But then I guess you've got to breed them before you can slaughter them. So we need to have like a herdsman or something, probably. A herds dwarf. So I presume that that's like a role I can give somebody at some stage. Pets / livestock. Domesticated. Unavailable as a pet. Yeah, we have these. Slaughtered at a butcher shop when the opportunity arises. Oh, both of my yak cows are female. That's why we don't have any more. And Doc M77 is male, of course. But we don't have any more. There'll be an IRC channel? Yeah. That makes sense. Alright, so at least we have the butcher's thing set up. And I guess we can just tell them to make crafts repeatedly. Because it's late summer, and if the trading wagon is going to arrive, then we will need lots of crafts. Also, potentially arts. For that, I suppose we'll also need to chop wood, because we are potentially at the point where we're getting low on wood. But people will come up and do that. And we don't have a whole lot of seeds right now, so I think the people who gather plants had better come and gather plants. Luckily, there are a fair few of those around, and the area seems about as safe as it's going to be for the minute. Okay. Yeah, having double the population now is certainly a thing. The worm is back. I also need to assign this buffalo calf to my pasture. What is this? What does this yak want? Resist sickness. Yeah. Grouchy, caught in the rain. Fair enough. Don't have a barn for you, unfortunately. Agile and strong. So we need to add a water buffalo and a pea chick. And let's put the goose in there as well. Let's have a place for the goose. Is that a parrot? What was that? It's gone now. So many icons that are just there for a few frames at a time. Okay, yeah, now our wood store is definitely filling up. That's good. That's good. We've got tons of stuff felled around here. Masked lovebird remains? No. That must have been the parrot that I briefly saw.
Well, that's just prime.
Graham Duncan, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Talismancer, welcome in. Thank you for the 49 months. Good to see you. This seems like the kind of game you'd be into. So we don't have a whole lot of seeds left. But if we're gathering some more stuff from the surface, then hopefully we will end up with more. I think we also need to try and dig further down and see what else is there. But right now I'm just like, what do I do with all this stone, you know? Never actually played it one day. Make this the day. I certainly am. We can tame the worm. And there's a stray dog and some lice. Yeah, I think we need to assign somebody else as a gatherer. Labor menu. So you're a planter. We need, yeah. Let's put our intrepid expedition leader on plant gathering. And I guess these two weaponsmiths as well, while they're not mining, can come and help gather plants. That could work. The worm is so important to the fortress. Yeah, I presume we'll need to do a little bit more brewing. Do I have any army or defense? No, we will die when someone attacks? Probably, yes. I haven't learned about that facet of the game yet. I don't know at what point, if any, someone will attack. And the main thing I'm working towards right now is, hey, this caravan is supposed to arrive. Are you a ghost? I can't zoom in, but there's a man here. Also a dragonfly. Is that a ghost? Has someone died? Don't forget bedrooms for the new dwarves. I've built them down here. I guess I need to assign them, right? Oh yeah, that's not enclosed. Select, click an existing zone. No, okay, we're good. Needs unrotten extract bearing plants. Okay, good. Do I have another door yet? Did I do that? There we go, now I can. Child, build a door. Another bedroom zone. Sweet. Oh, it's saving the game, because we've started autumn. Saving announcements. This is like Stardew Valley, where fall starts, and now we have to think about the fall fair and what we're going to show for our Grange display. The dry season has come. Autumn has arrived on the calendar. So now it is the dry season. Oh, what's all this? Paradise nut fruits, citrons. Man, there's so much. What's all this ground fruit? Is this preparing us for winter? Do we now have a lot of winter to worry about? Free fruit. So now we can replant the plump helmets. In both of these plots, I guess. I guess I really didn't need a farm this large. At least not for one farmer and 14 dwarves, but... It is free real estate. Yeah, I assume I'll need to make a couple more beds, a couple more doors. Should be easy to heat your cave, yeah. Well, we've got a wood furnace. It's kind of in one corner over there, but we do have it. What occupation can we give this child to stop them playing in the wood stores? Okay, we don't have the door yet. Can't go wrong heating your cave with a furnace, I know. That meat 3 at the top is a little scary if winter is going to be harsh. Yeah, so I need to I need some animals that I can breed. Oh, this guy's become an expedition leader. Interesting. Okay, we need more potash. Or potash or potash, I'm not sure. Dug down into the ground to start your fortress, not into the side of a cliff. Apparently. It just said, make a stairwell, and I was like, sure, okay. And I did that. We only have 3 meat. We do have 70 plus fish. Fishing has been quite lucrative. It's potash, yeah. We have a citron wood crown, which is quite exciting. Firefly remains. We do also have a lot of stuff around here that we could kind of dig out from one of these into, but... I'm kind of curious about digging further down. Just not sure what I should do at this stage. 10th limestone, early autumn. Can use the ash to make soap too. Ah, that would make sense. Do you craft that anywhere in particular? Also, there's mine carts and stuff. Oh my goodness. Burrows to organize work and living spaces in larger fortresses. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff here that I'm gonna have to get used to later. Item visibility and stuff. Okay, okay. I should probably go back to my my tutorials here, because I've talked about food sources. I haven't even touched any of this other stuff. Tuxedo Cat with the 61 months, getting closer to that full stack, already over 5 years. Thank you so much for the resub. Hope you're well. Graham Duncan, also thank you for the Prime sub, if I missed that one earlier. If you find that your stockpiles are filling up too fast, you can create room by building bins, barrels, and bags. Barrels are used to store food. Bags are used to store seeds and other things like sand. Bins just hold just about everything except furniture, wood, and boulders. Metalsmith's forge or stoneworker's shop. Bags are created at the clothier's shop or the leatherworks. Yeah, I feel like we need a stoneworker. There's a soap maker's workshop. There you go. That answers my question from earlier. Let's make a stoneworker's shop out of stone. That seems to be the overall vibe. Siege. Always worth seeing. There's a jeweler, there's a carpenter crafts, a bowyer, a screw press. I guess that's for, like, yeah, making apple juice or whatnot. Metalsmith. These tasks require fuel. Okay, so we need to start looking for stuff like coal, I presume. Clothing and leather. Leather, loom, clothes, a dyer. Don't really have much in the way of, like, cloth and stuff lately. Quern! Of course. Why not? Also having a kitchen might make sense at some stage. We'll put that next to the butcher and the candlestick maker. Okay. Can make charcoal from logs. Makes sense. Makes sense. Although as a grim reminder of the winter hardships to come, the supply caravan from the Frosty Inks is a welcome sight. Their eyes are alight with the anticipation of inspecting the splendid products of your industrious crafts dwarves. Take careful stock of your own stores. What these merchants offer might very well be the difference between a prosperous future and a slow and meaningless death. Okay. Pause. So, the merchants need a trade depot. We didn't build one of those. Pack animals from distant civilizations will need to access this building from the edge of the map. What? I assume that's going to be on the surface. So we'll put that here. We'll build it out of citron wood because we have a lot of that. Sure. Okay. The outpost liaison Kulet Shitomus from Nisgaklikot has arrived. Well, hello. Okay, so that's the major thing. Cool. Diplomacy. Yes? I'm your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. Okay. The world is the same as ever. Make requests for next year's caravan. What? Cheeses. I want cheeses. I want some cave blob leather. Voracious cave crawler leather. Oh no. Purring maggot leather? One-humped camel leather or two-humped camel leather, chat? Which of these? If you ask for one-humped and all they've got is two-humped, they're not gonna bring it. I presume that we will probably need some cloth, some silk maybe, some stuff that we can't get elsewhere, or like clothes, toys, a puzzle box for the children. I don't know is the problem. Seeds? This is what they're bringing next year though. I don't know if we're going to last, excuse me, until next year. Glass. It's too humble nothing. I know, right? Porcupine leather backpacks. Think ahead to next year. Don't make me think. Here's the thing, right? You can't just go like general, bring me what leather you've got. Large rat leather, please. They have different types of glass. They do. They have 4 types of sand, which is more than Minecraft has. I'll have a can of Coke, please. Can I put in an order now for some bitter orange wood buckets? Any powders? Dwarven sugar? Oh, bring us some sugar. Lend me some sugar. Definitely some... Okay. We have to talk about this. The fact that there are different types of cheeses, right? There's like cow cheese. There's yak cheese. Yes, there's kangaroo cheese. There's goat's cheese, sheep cheese, pig cheese, bit weird. The fact that there is also dwarven cheese in this implies that they're getting the milk from dwarves themselves. Not that it is a dwarven delicacy. I would like some llama cheese, I guess. Oh, bring me animals. Bring me yak bulls, because my yak cows have nothing to breed with. Bring me cows and bulls so that I can start a herd. Bring me another goose. Oh wait, no, I have a goose. Bring me a gander. Turkey gobbler. It's me on Christmas. Worms. Bring me more worms for my meeting room. drinks. Ale, beer, rum. Yeah. Digging implements. Picks. Enormous corkscrews. Large serrated discs. I mean, sure. We finalized the import agreement. Feel free to go over the documents. Okay, so they're going to be about twice the price. A need for amulets is expected. If you're able to provide some, the caravan will offer 196%. This export agreement only applies to trades next year, not with any merchants currently present. Okay, so we would focus amulets in crafting, and then we'd get like a better deal on that. Okay. Cool. Let's not worry about that. Dense grammar. Don't talk about my grammar like that. Alright, they're doing their thing. I need to hit play. There we go. Trade depot. We don't have a broker. Dang it. Can I have a broker, please? So in terms of... in terms of, like, roles and stuff, we need... where is broker? I didn't realize you could be so many things in this. Is that something we need to apply from the orderlies menu? I guess it might be. Nobles and administrators. Broker, yes, there we go. We have a vacancy. A novice liar. Good. I mean, he's the expedition leader. But he's also quite good at all of this. We also need a bookkeeper. This guy's a proficient record keeper. We'll put him, or her, sorry. No study. Needs a meager study. Okay. Alright, alright. There we go. We now have a broker. Move goods to and from the depot. We have a fair amount of crafts. So all of these amulets and stuff, if we keep those for next year, they'll be valued at basically 200% of their current value. Giant cave spider silk bag. We got some turtle shells, but they're not worth anything. Wow, there's so many turtle shells. We must find something to do with all of them. Let's sell these bracelets. This is us selling them, right? Kira, thank you for the 15 months. And Tuxedo Cat, thank you for gifting 5 subs. Okay, there's ropes. We don't want to sell the cloth yet. Let's sell some crowns. In case anybody wants these crowns. Earrings. We've got a few of them too. Can decorate items with shell. The durian wood will probably smell awful, yes. Just moving stuff to the depot, selling comes afterwards, right. Let's do all of these. Date palm wood figurine of the crystalline. An orange wood figurine of a griffin would look amazing. I'm not selling any of these because people get mad that they can't drink out of them. Hello, didn't mean to do that. Rings. Yes, I've made lots of rings. Wow, they're actually quite good. We're becoming proficient in ring craft. Something which is always a concern to any Tolkien fans. Some rough gems. We can do something with those later. We've got a good line in scepters. Let's trade out these scepters. Tools, weapons. We want to keep some of those. I get the sense that we probably want to keep the jugs and stuff for around here. And we don't want to sell any of our weapons because we might need them if anybody comes a knocking. Okay, so I have now done that. People are going to move the goods. And then we are going to shift them. Alright, all of this stuff. This item is being traded. There's a bunch of wood that's just like left around here. I presume once the goods are at the trading depot, we just hit trade. How powerful are these rings? I don't know. Broker requested at the depot. And once the broker is here, trade. Alright. Mark all. 741... whatever the currency is. Greetings from the mountain homes. Your efforts are legend there. Let us trade. I'm not even going to try and pronounce this guy's name. It's got too many diacritics for me. Tin and Electrum. That's pretty cool. It's got gems. He's got a lot of... Oh! There's the, the piano. The Osdin. Do you play the Osdin? A copper puzzle box for the children. A cage. Somewhere we can put the cats in, I guess. Oh, there's a dog cage, specifically. A male dog cage, because, you know, they need something different. A steel short sword is worth 1,000 cogs. That's wild. Okay. Training spears. Wild boar leather armor. Edem the unpronounceable. Yes, that's him. So yeah, obviously we can buy like armor and stuff like that, right? I'm like, what have you got in the way of seeds? Hyena leather bag, cave wheat seeds, rock nuts bag. Thought you were going to say cage for the children. No, we need a puzzle box. We'll keep them occupied. Let's have a cave wheat seeds. And pigtail seeds, because we need seeds. Let's have meat. Prepared cheetah lung. What? Crundle tripe? What? The heck is that? Giant cave toad sweetbreads. Mmm, tasty. Prepared helmet snake intestines. Okay. Anyone want some rhino eyes? I know from Minecraft experience that eyeballs are not the best foods, so let's have giant cave toad sweetbreads, please. Crundle tripe sounds delicious. Crundle tripe sounds like something I don't want to have in my house. What else should we get? We should probably start buying things like armor, or making things like armor. A leather bin containing lots of leather. Crundle tripe is the cheapest option. I guess that means it's the most questionable. One assumes, yes. If this was Zelda Breath of the Wild, it would be, like, blurred out. Anvils, steel bolts, large gems. We've got plenty of fish, so we don't need to buy that. Leaves and fruit. Passion fruits? Watermelons? Gotta have some watermelons. I'm sorry. We're buying watermelons. I don't care. You want a large serrated disc? Those are for, like, traps and stuff. Wait! They've got llama cheese now! Oh, I want the llama cheese. We're buying llama cheese to have with our watermelons. Again, with the one-humped camel specified as part of that. Crutches and splints. Codices. A bauxite-bound codex. A chicken parchment sheet. You know, typically I tend to write on chicken parchment. There are, like, scrolls. Errors in the forest retreat. What? Also, why is that one worth 200 and that one's worth 1,000 and they have the same title? Undercutting yourself there, I think. Reindeer leather quivers. Yeah, I feel like I should really just be stocking up on food and stuff for the winter, because I don't know if anyone's going to, like, show up and kill me in winter. Maybe I should buy some leather. Yeah, I should probably buy a lot of leather, shouldn't I? You know what, the leather bin. We'll take the whole leather bin, and the cloth bin is far too expensive because it's got some good stuff in here. But, yeah, I get the sense that we'll probably need, like... That's a sheep wool bag. It's a bag made of sheep wool. It's not a bag containing sheep wool. Right? But I just feel like we'll need warm clothing for the dwarves. Alpaca wool yarn. Okay, so there's thread and stuff. Mittens. That's what we need. Cave spider silk. Left mitten. You have to pay for the left mitten separately to the right mitten. Unbelievable. Absolutely fleecing me, no pun intended. Where are we with actual wool, though? You know what, let's buy one sheep wool bag, because the pluses indicate that it's a higher quality item, I guess. So, yeah, maybe we'll buy some thread and some yarn. And we'll see where we go from there. We still got a bit of profit, I suppose. Seize is an option that I don't have. Sure, let's trade. Let's do that. Oh, okay. I have no idea what all just happened. A stray cat's given birth to kittens. Oh. He's become an expedition leader. He was before. I don't understand. Merchants have arrived and are unloading their goods. They've done that. Outpost liaison arrived. Yeah, we've done that too. Okay. Read about the stray cat. Where? Pets and livestock. Stray cats. Which one? Show us the cat lore. Content after a bath. Oh, this one's 1 year old. Okay, so this is the new cat. She felt adoration after giving birth to twins. She was blissful after becoming a parent. Oh, she's healthy. 4 years old. Low stamina. Well, you've just given birth. I can understand. Here's the kittens. 0 years old. Bless. Yeah, this is clearly the dad. Content after a bath, annoyed when caught in the rain. Yep. Sounds about right. Oh my goodness. Well, folks, we've got this far. And inevitably, there's a lot I still need to work out. I managed to do all of that without the trade info. If you have a broker, the value of each good will be shown if their skill is high enough. Oh, interesting. So if we hadn't had a broker, then somebody inexperienced would have sold stuff, but we wouldn't have been able to see how much it was. Offices and administrative work. Yeah, we needed to have a an office with a chair for the bookkeeper, I guess. So we need to assign that somewhere. Let's see. Refuse and dumping, happiness and stress. Can I have one for surviving winter, please? Many treasures and perils deep underground. In order to pursue the wealth of the earth, you must dig deeper. Valuable gems and precious metals can be found along with richer soil, desperately needed water, fungal lumber, and other tantalizing, mysteries. The game even tells us a stray cat stats. Yeah, right. Well, we're keeping all of our amulets and jugs and stuff here, so that's fine. We can probably cancel the crafting for now. And maybe if we want to stock up on amulets, we'll just have them repeatedly make amulets over and over again. Although we just assumed that guy was like, yeah, I'll need loads of amulets. Yeah, and I don't know for certain if that's the case. I guess we can also make a workshop for working with leather now that we have some. And once again, we'll make that of siltstone because we have so much of it. B, and then O. L. Loom. And make cloth into clothing and tools, like bags and ropes. I guess leather is probably going to be our best shot for now. We also need a stoneworker's workshop around here, because we don't really have one of those. Although maybe that should go downstairs next to the stone stockpile, actually. I kind of like the idea of there being an area mined out to one side here where the stoneworker can actually use their craft. And then another stockpile alongside that with the goods. That makes sense. I was expecting Minecraft, but Dwarf Fortress isn't so bad as well. See, I've never played Dwarf Fortress before, and it came out on Steam recently. I'm going to be back to Minecraft on Tuesday, but I just thought I would give this a try. I feel like playing more games in 2023 and just, like, branching out every so often when it feels like I have the opportunity to do that, and I won't get any opportunities to just, like, play other games at any other point, because I don't really have the opportunity to do it all that often. And so this is going to be for... I guess, yeah, custom, but then we want to have stone finished goods or blocks of stone. I guess we'll go with that for now. And then we'll see what the stoneworker actually allows us to do. Yeah, I gather this runs on a Steam Deck as well, so anybody with a Steam Deck in this game is just going to be over the moon. I imagine spending a lot of time on this, like, if you had a portable version of it. So yeah, you can make rock statues, slabs, tables, thrones. Make rock blocks, rock bookcases, rock coffins. Rock door. I don't know what a rock slab is for. Let's find out. Moral Menges Mason actually able to do what his job description demands. If they have a rock lobster, they might. At least it's only early autumn right now. We only have 7 meat still. A novice thresher. Values tranquility, right? Yeah, a loner who values tranquility. I'm not surprised. This is the toad remains. Ilral wind metals. Talented Marks dwarf. She is interested near a fine trade depot. If you're a talented Marks dwarf, you should be a hunter, surely. Ilral. Oh wait, are you not from our... Is this a visiting dwarf? I guess so. Not one of ours. Hmm. Can we recruit them? Set the camera to follow them. Oh, okay, interesting. So like the fact this entire time we could have just, yeah, this guy's the merchant. Relations. Groups from the Frosty Inks. Where are you from? No groups. Again, can we recruit you? You want to join our little crew? Winter is coming. And folks, I think we're probably going to wrap up the stream pretty soon. I might end up playing a little bit more of this here and there. Whether on streams or just on my own. But this is a fascinating experience. And I think one of the things I wanted to take away from this is really just the idea of setting up the world the way Dwarf Fortress does. And having this sort of notion of civilizations past before you even begin the game. I don't know if there's folks who played this before. Is there a way of reopening that, like, that chronicle that you get at the beginning? Is it like here? The world created at the beginning of the game is active, and others may take an interest in your outpost as it grows. Stolen artifacts and kidnapped citizens can be recovered by preparing missions from this screen. Wow. Okay, so it's like you can do the Assassin's Creed thing, basically. That's what Legends mode is for. Legends kind of shows you what it was. Okay, interesting. Because, yeah, that's the stuff that I find really fascinating about this, and the way, if you apply that approach to Minecraft and you just kind of generate a bunch of stories beforehand, it can give you some really interesting prompts for what to build in the game and all that kind of stuff, right? And so, like, on Empires right now, obviously we're working in a world where I have tried to construct the notion that the area we are in was inhabited at one point, and then all of the civilization there has died off or migrated elsewhere. And, like, this game sets all of that stuff up for you just with procedurally generated names and everything, and it's such a cool concept. And there's so much just little, like, tinkering and stuff that you could do with this game. I think I might start a separate save in case we wanted to continue this on stream at any point. But, obviously, like, we haven't got through the entire year yet, but I think we're probably going to wrap things up there anyway. And, I will find somebody else to raid. I assume you folks want to watch some Minecraft, since that's what you're typically here for, so I'll drop you off with anybody else who's streaming Minecraft today. I tell you what, HBomb94 is currently playing some Vault Hunters, so we can send you folks over there. But, yeah, most other folks are fairly quiet. Scott Smager is also streaming on Empires, actually. Maybe I'll send you to Scott instead. Yeah, just... I'll send you over to Scott. If you want to go watch H play Vault Hunters, then go for it. But, yeah, Scott's live on Empires. I'm pretty sure Jimmy is around as well. So go say hi from me. You can use your Pixel Hype emotes and the hashtag PixelRaid to show some love. I'll be back on Empires myself on Thursday, assuming that's what we end up getting up to. I do want to play some more in the Survival Guide worlds this month as well, so you might see bits and pieces from that. And I'm going to be working on a full-fledged creative mode tutorial for my copper aging setup, along with like schematics and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned, because there'll be a lot of fun stuff from there. But folks, go and say hi to Scott from me. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy New Year once again. Scott is hanging around by Jimmy's base, so it looks like he's looking for the lad. Have a good one, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye for now.